on, man! Ooh, I'm Georgia playing, woo! Come on, man!
Week 9 in that? Week 9 in that?
Come on, man!
All right, 2 minutes to showtime. Guess where game day is today? Vanderbilt!
How in the hell do you lose to Vanderbilt at home on homecoming? Vanderbilt has not won a road game in the SEC in 2 damn years. They have no offense. None. Zero. This is embarrassing. And you know what's worse than losing to Vanderbilt? Zero improvement overall from week 1 till now. I haven't seen any. None. No consistency. You run the ball last week against Carolina for 300-some yards. Today, you can't run the ball to save your life. Jacob Eason goes for 300 yards. Well, we lose. Special teams, piss poor. Clock management, piss poor. The defense played good, but it's Vanderbilt. They literally have no offense. None. This is bad. This is bad. There is no excuse for losing to Vanderbilt.
Boy. All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome to week 9. Uh-oh. Did we forget to change something? Yep, we sure did. I'm a 5-star dummy. Let's fix this, right? Look at this. 8. Now it's 9. There you go. You should have fixed that before the show started, Lou. But you didn't. You know why? Because 5-star dummy. 5-star dummy. How's everybody doing? Welcome to week 9. Welcome to the kickoff show here live on YouTube every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Good to see all of you in here today. Decent slate of games today. Man, I try to hype up every week no matter what, but it's not great. I mean, there are a handful of great games, but it's overall it does seem not as great maybe as the other weeks have been. But anyway, sometimes weeks like this end up being the weeks where you see a lot of really weird shit happen. you know, where you're not really, maybe your expectations aren't that high, and then bang, Indiana loses to UCLA. What if Nico beats UCLA? What if Nico beats UCLA and Tennessee can't beat Kentucky? Dang. I don't think either of those things are happening, but I'm just saying, sometimes on these types of weekends, that is what happens. Yeah. Oh, boy. Boy. I keep seeing this posted everywhere. UCLA is 3-0 in the conference. I don't know why. No, they're not. They're 3-0 since they fired their coach, but they're not 3-0 in the conference. But you're not the only person I've seen post that. I've seen that posted a lot of places over the last week or so. I don't know where people are getting that from. Maybe you're hearing people say they're 3-0 since they fired their coach, and you're taking that to mean that they're 3-0 in the conference. But they're not. So it's going to be a great day. Georgia's not losing. Georgia won't even be losing at halftime today. Boy, that's a miracle. You got a lot of usually people don't put any punctuation at all. This guy's got all kinds of extra punctuation. I count, let me see, how many periods was that? This guy's got 1, 2, 3 periods in one sentence. IDK, period. What better, period. Lou or, period. Vintage Lou and stereo. Should put a poll up on that. I should put a poll up on that. Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. Man. All right, let's get serious here. We do have some pretty good games today. I'll go through the complete schedule of games here in just a second. We'll pull up the schedule and go through it game by game, figure out what do we need to watch, when do we need to watch it, what channel is it coming on, right? Figure all that out. Take a look at some of the best games of the day today. We're obviously going to talk about, hopefully, some best bets. We're definitely going to talk about some bets. Hopefully, they end up being best bets. Try to make some money today. I'm on a 6-week winning streak. The bookies threatening all kinds of shit. Usually they break your knees if you don't pay. This guy's threatening to break my knees because he keep having to pay me. 6 weeks in a row, I've beat the soul out of that gypsy, scuzz, bucket, camper, dwelling gypsy what lives across the river over here. And I'm looking to make it 6 or 7 weeks in a row. So hopefully we can find some best bets today. So we'll obviously talk about that. What are we eating today? I don't really have a big deal planned for today, to be honest with you. I don't. I did go out to eat last night, and I've got some leftovers. I'll probably eat that. I don't really know what else I'm eating today. I'm going to be honest. I really don't know. I'll have to figure that out quick, fast, and in a hurry, too. The rigged wheel of, duh. Yes, we have the rigged wheel coming up at the end of the show. I feel like we should do something stupid with the rigged wheel today. Let's do 3 winners today. We'll do 3. We'll let 3 people take a swing at the rigged wheel today. It feels like maybe y'all haven't won on the rigged wheel in a while. I don't know. So we'll do 3 winners on the rigged wheel today. If you want to get your name on the rigged wheel, which we will spin at the end of the show, just click the PayPal link or the Cash App link. Any any Cash App or PayPal donation to the show this morning will get your name added to the rigged wheel. We'll spin the wheel at the end of the show. We'll let the wheel pick 3 names. Those 3 people can make any pick they want today on any game against the spread. And if you get that game right, Uncle Lou will send you back twice whatever you sent me as a token of my appreciation for helping to support the show and support the channel. Speaking of supporting the show and supporting the channel, we're at 74,986 subscribers. For those of you that live in South Carolina, that's 14 away from 75,000. We need 14. We might hit it while this show is on, but we should hit it today for sure. Log into your troll accounts and then subscribe to Uncle Lou. We need 14 more subscribers to hit 75K, which was the goal for the end of the year. So we're ahead of schedule here by a couple of months, which is amazing. Maybe we'll get to 80 by the end of this season. Now, that's the end of January, so that's 3 months away. It's doable, but that's a lofty goal. That's a lofty goal, but we should be able to hit 75,000 here pretty soon. So shout out to all of you who are subscribed. Every time y'all hit the thumbs up, every time y'all share a video, every time y'all leave a comment on a video, all of that stuff helps to move that video or this channel kind of further up the food chain in the YouTube algorithm, and that helps more people to find the channel. So shout out to all of y'all for all the help y'all have given me over the years. 75K. They said we couldn't do it. And their losing streak continues. I don't think they've ever been right. I really don't. I don't think they've ever been right. Remember when they were coming to the Slob Olympics? They didn't come. Bunch of times they said they were coming to my house. They didn't come. They said I wouldn't last on YouTube. They were wrong. They said I'd never get to 75K. I'm about to get there. I don't know if they have ever been right. CJP is going to get to 100K. Carolina jackpot? I hope so. I love jackpot. I hope he gets to 1 million. Yeah, I hope he gets to 1 million. All right, let's take roll. Let's see who's here, and then we're going to look at the slate of games for today. Rye Guy, Todd Webb, Mike, Matt Dummett, Steven Snyder, Sean Bruce, UGA Chris M, Kyle, Matt Dummett. Jason Keller says he's a 6-star dummy. God dang. We're having to invent new dummy rankings just to keep up with the stupidity around here. 5-star dummy. Yeah. Sven is here. Pocket Flea, Moses Denton, Mitch B, Logan, Mike Nixon, Committed. There's Carolina Juke Poot. My favorite game day live streamer, and has been for years. Jackpot, how long have I been telling people that you're my favorite game streamer? 5, 6, 7 years? There's not a more entertaining person to watch stream their team's game. In other words, a fan, you know. There's not another entertaining person. There's not a more entertaining person to watch stream their favorite team than Carolina Jackpot. Mr. Big Ken, Norwegian Method, Matt Dummett, Chris Allen. Is that why they lost to Indiana? You should look into how many freshmen are playing for Oregon. When can we look into Oregon winning a natty or a playoff game? When can we look into that? If they're playing a lot of freshmen, then what happened to the recruiting classes from 2 and 3 years ago? What happened to that? Deion Sanders is here. Don't you have a game to tend to today, Coach Prime? What are you doing in here? Solid Duck, GF Sports, Ram Tough, Chris Allen, Buckeye Nation, Will Johnson. Half Georgia's offensive line is true freshmen. I've been looking into that all year, and I haven't liked what I've seen. Lou, would it help if I were to shout you out in Josh Pate's comments? Honestly, I think that irritates people more than anything else. I mean, I obviously think it's great and funny if somebody goes to some other comment section somewhere and says, hey, subscribe to Uncle Lou or whatever. I think it's great, but it's probably pretty annoying to everybody else. I don't know. Yeah. Jackpot carrying a new brand of chips. Check them out. No more Utz or whatever. I'm not going to lie, Jackpot. I don't know a soul that eats Utz potato chips. I don't know anybody that eats that. I've never gone to the grocery store to get Utz. I've never heard it requested before. Hey, we got to get some potato chips. What should we get? I don't care. Just make sure it's Utz. I've never heard that. I don't know. Who's eating Utz potato chips? I'm serious. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Josh Pate, though. Speaking of Josh Pate did give an Uncle Lou reference the other day on his show. Now, of course, he didn't mention me by name. He can't do that. That would be a bridge too far. But he did make a Sunbelt Billy reference on his show. So shout out to Juice Poot. I know you be watching Uncle Lou every day like you're supposed to, Juice. I know how you do. Probably on your private plane watching Uncle Lou, aren't you? Powered by, what is it? Pilot Travel Center? Quick Trip. Yeah. 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 Fuck Golden Flake. I bought a bag of Golden Flakes one time for a video that I did, an Alabama video that I did. And boy, those things are fucking nasty. Are they supposed to be stale or what? They tasted like 2-year-old Lay's. Yeah. They were absolute garbage. Fucking Golden Flakes. Yeah. Golden Flakes are hot doo-doo. Will Johnson is here. Lawn Tractor Life. Drew. Utz makes the cheese balls. Utz has the best pretzels. What? We have to get Lou some Adderall. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I did any type of upper? Oh my God. I'd be unbearable. I mean, coffee's enough, isn't it? I drink coffee all day long for you. Now you want me to take Adderall? I'd be bouncing off the walls in here, literally. I don't need that. Look, I've had more. I was about to say I've had my fair share of problems. I've had more than my fair share of problems. Luckily, I've never gone down the drug path. I know alcohol is a drug, caffeine is a drug, nicotine is a drug. You know what I'm saying. I've never got caught up in any of the pill stuff or even weed. I've maybe smoked weed 5 times my whole life, which again, I'm lucky I never did that because I've got enough problems with everything else. I don't need to add to it with some sort of Dan Lanning Adderall addiction or what was the other guy at Georgia, the strength and conditioning guy? Wasn't he hooked on Adderall? What was it that Scott Cochran got hooked on? I can't remember now. What was it that Scott Cochran had a problem with? Opiates? Ooh. Yep, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm not going to lie. I'm not judging him. Like I said, I've got a list of issues a mile long. I'm just saying drugs isn't on that list. There's a lot of shit on that list, so I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying I'm lucky I never got caught up in any of that kind of thing. How am I spending my off game day? You mean since Georgia's not playing? The same way I spend it if Georgia is playing, just a lot less stress and a lot more trolling. See, let's say Georgia's playing at 7:30 and it's going to be a tough game, right? And something funny happens at noon or 3:30. I can troll, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you better be careful with the trolling, Lou, because what if Georgia loses later? Well, I don't have to worry about that today. So, listen, if your team loses today, you're in a world of shit, bud, over on this channel, because I don't have anything. What are you going to do? Come back at 7:30 and laugh at me because Georgia's on a bye week? You're out of luck today, bud. The trolling is going to be turned up to 11 today. The trolling is going to be turned up to 11. All right, game day is in Vanderbilt today for the Vanderbilt-Missouri game. Handful of pretty big games today. Not quite the slate of games we've had over the last couple of weeks, but Texas at Mississippi State could be interesting. Texas has been struggling offensively for the majority of the year. Mississippi State's been putting up some points. Texas struggled on the road last week, took overtime to beat Kentucky. Back-to-back road games can be tricky. They've already got a loss at Florida, so don't tell me Mississippi State's terrible. There's no way Texas is losing. They've already lost to a terrible team on the road. Of course Texas could lose. You got Alabama on the road at South Carolina. This game, to me, is a lot less interesting than it looked in the preseason. I, of course, did pick South Carolina to win this game in my preseason prediction videos, but that was 3 months ago. And I've seen 2 months' worth of football, and there hasn't been a single second during that 2-month period where it looked to me like South Carolina was better than Alabama. So not only do I think Alabama wins that game against Carolina, I think they handle them easily. Michigan and Michigan State, there's a couple of rivalry games today. This is one of them, Michigan State. Michigan should win the game. I don't know that the game will be that interesting, but there will most likely be a fight in this game because there almost always is, either at midfield or in a pregame situation. Maybe something happens during the game, even after the game is over. You remember, was it 3 years ago? They had the big fight in the tunnel after the game, the tunnel that leads to the locker room. So worth watching just for that. Missouri at VABDU, like we mentioned, feels like a huge game. The Missouri VABDU game and the Ole Miss Oklahoma game. That's 2 games, 4 teams. All 4 of those teams have 1 loss. 2 of those teams are taking their second loss today. 2 of those teams are taking their second loss today. Missouri at Vandy, I honestly have no clue how that game's going to go. I have gone back and forth on that game all week long, and I just can't come to a conclusion on who I think's going to win, never mind the betting angle on the game. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, similar thing. Ole Miss has looked like a better team to me this year than Oklahoma, but they got to go on the road, play at Oklahoma. And how much of a distraction for Lane Kiffin and that Ole Miss team has this Florida story been? Don't really know. We don't really know. Texas A&M at LSU, it feels like a sort of all-hands-on-deck game for LSU. They've already got 2 losses. Texas A&M, the last remaining undefeated team in the SEC. LSU at home, at night, 2 losses. It's a absolute must-win game, pressure-packed game, which means hard to trust Brian Kelly in this spot. Hard to trust Brian Kelly there. Illinois at Washington, I feel like hasn't been talked about all that much this week, but I think this is going to be a pretty good game. These are Illinois still thinks they can make the playoffs, even though they lost by 60 to Indiana. It could be a good game. And then BYU at Iowa State. BYU's undefeated. Iowa State lost 2 games in a row, and everybody stopped talking about them. But Iowa State is favored at home. They're coming off a bye week. Iowa State expected to get a couple of injured players back for this game. So that one could be interesting. Those are some of the bigger games today. Auburn and Arkansas could be Hugh Freeze's last game today if they lose. So there are some interesting games. We'll go through the entire schedule here in a second, figure out when these games are coming on and all that. The Patreon stream today will be at 3:30. Make sure you tune in. Another giveaway today over on the Patreon page. We're giving away $1,000 on the Patreon page. We let everybody vote on how they wanted to divvy up that $1,000, whether they wanted $1,000 winner, $1,000 winners, or somewhere in between. What they ended up voting on was 4 winners, $250 each. So we've done the first 2 weeks ago and last week. Shout out to RC Cola over on the Patreon page and Fuzz Worthington over on the Patreon page. They were the first 2 winners. We will have a 3rd winner today. So if you're a member of the Patreon page, make sure you tune into the Patreon stream at 3:30. Even if you can't watch the whole stream, we're going to do it the same way. So you know how I've been doing it. I'm going to do it the same way. There will be a link posted at the beginning of the Patreon stream at 3:30. You'll just click that link, leave a comment on that video, and then at halftime, we'll pick the winner. But you don't have to be present to win. You just have to have left a comment on that video. So even if you just tune into the Patreon stream for 5 or 10 minutes, enough time to leave a comment on the linked video. Again, if you're on the Patreon page, I think you understand what I'm saying. You know how it works. We'll do it again today. Another $250 winner. If you have not yet signed up on the Patreon page and you want to, or you've thought about doing it in the past but didn't, or maybe you used to be on there and now you're not, whatever, it's $10 a month. I stream every Saturday over there. We have a lot of fun, giveaways, all kinds of stuff over there. Now would be a good time to get signed up. Give yourself a chance to win $250. We've got one today and one next week, and that'll wrap up the $1,000 giveaway. And then I'm going to try to do something else around Christmas time. I don't know that it'll be $1,000. We'll do something like a couple of weeks before Christmas over there on the Patreon page too. Another big giveaway, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. But anyway, click that Patreon link, get yourself signed up. You'll be glad you did. Yeah, you'll be glad you did. All right, let's take a look at the schedule of games. We got to figure out what to watch, when to watch it, the routine. The routine. Here we go. Game started on Tuesday this week. Wasn't much worth watching, really. The Cal-Virginia Tech game ended up being a good one last night. We live streamed that one. It went to double overtime. Virginia Tech hangs on to get the win 42-34. Boise beat Nevada relatively easily, although Boise did not cover, for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing. I think they were a 24.5-point favorite or something like that. They won by 21. All right, coming up here, today's slate of games. Here we go, starting with the noon games. UCLA on the road at Indiana at noon. Bad spot for UCLA here. Long way to travel against a really good team. And this is a 9 a.m. internal clock kickoff for UCLA players. I expect Indiana to win that game. They're favored by 26.5. My favorite way to bet that game would be to take Indiana in the first half. I expect UCLA to get off to a pretty slow start in that one. Syracuse at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech survived Duke last week. I say survived. They beat them relatively easily, but everybody and their brother picked Georgia Tech to lose last week, except me. Of course, I'm a huge Georgia Tech fan, so I picked Georgia Tech to win last week, and they did. And they're favored by 16.5 today at home against lowly Syracuse. Ole Miss at Oklahoma, probably the best noon game today. Each team sitting on one loss. Ole Miss coming off a loss on the road at Georgia. Oklahoma coming off a win on the road at South Carolina, I believe, right? Number 8 versus number 13. Oklahoma, a 5.5-point home favorite in that one. Virginia at North Carolina. A little bit of a weird line to me. I would have thought Virginia would have been favored by a little more than this. They're favored by 10.5 on the road at North Carolina. Here's a good one. South Florida at Memphis, you group of 5 nerds. South Florida's favored by 5.5. Memphis was undefeated, but unexplainable loss last week to a bad UAB team that's UAB fired their coach several weeks ago. That's how bad they are. And Memphis was undefeated but lost to them. South Florida, of course, still just the one loss on the road at Miami. South Florida so far looks like the class of the group of five. They look to be the front runner to make the playoffs out of the group of five, but they do have to play on the road at Memphis, so maybe worth keeping an eye on there. Northwestern at Nebraska. Nebraska lost last week to Minnesota 24-6, didn't even score a touchdown, so they're looking to rebound at home today against Northwestern. SMU at Wake Forest. SMU's only a 3.5-point favorite. Interesting. That's interesting to me. Kansas State at Kansas. I mentioned there's a couple of rivalry games today. This obviously is one of them. In-state battle here. Kansas State on the road at Kansas. Kansas favored by 3.5 there. That game will be on HBO Max. How about that? Shout out to the Big 12 for at least having a TV contract. I mean, look, at least they have one. You know, at least they have one. HBO Max. All right. Okay. 12:45, so a little bit of a later kickoff. Auburn on the road at Arkansas. I think this game is worth watching just because of the Hugh Freeze angle. Arkansas has lost, I think, 3 games this year where they have had 500 yards or more of total offense. That is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me. Arkansas's got a really good offense, can't play defense. Auburn kind of the other way around. Decent defense, but they've really struggled offensively for the majority of the year. Arkansas is a 2.5-point home favorite in that one. I don't know. Who do you trust there? I don't know. I don't know who to trust here. Auburn, I believe, looking for their first SEC win still. Moving on to the 3:30 games, Alabama on the road at South Carolina. Alabama's an 11.5-point favorite. I like Alabama to win and Alabama to cover there. Disappointed in South Carolina. Lenore Sellers just hasn't lived up to the hype. Their run game and run defense has been bad. It's hard to imagine South Carolina staying in this game with Bama. Missouri on the road at Vandy. Another really big game today. 2 one-loss teams. Again, Missouri would have lost to Bama. Vandy would have lost to Bama. Those are the only games those two teams have lost. Vanderbilt's a 2.5-point home favorite. College game day there today. BYU at Iowa State. BYU's undefeated. Iowa State's lost 2 games in a row. So let's make Iowa State a 2.5-point favorite. Makes perfect sense to me. What does Vegas know? Well, like I said, I think Iowa State's getting a couple of players back today that have missed some time. BYU coming off an emotional rivalry game last week against Utah, so that's probably why you see the line where you do there. Illinois at Washington, I think, is going to be a good game. Big Ten Network at 3:30. Washington, unranked, is favored at home against a ranked Illinois. I like Washington minus the points in that one. I think Washington wins and covers. Minnesota on the road at Iowa. NC State at Pitt. Pitt favored by almost a touchdown there. 4 o'clock, Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. Look at this. Texas Tech is a 37.5-point favorite over just a terrible Oklahoma State team. Baylor at Cincinnati. Cincinnati ranked 21, minus 3.5 favorite at home against Baylor. Texas at Mississippi State. This is probably the most popular upset pick of the week. Texas is a 7.5-point favorite at Mississippi State. I don't know if I've got what it takes to bet Mississippi State on the money line, but I'll probably end up taking Mississippi State plus the points in that one. Hard to trust that Texas offense since it doesn't exist and Arch Manning's terrible, you know. TCU at West Virginia. West Virginia's in a bad way, a real bad way. Wisconsin on the road at Oregon. Boy, we talked about this all off season. I didn't know. I didn't think it was going to end up being this bad. We talked about this stretch of games for Wisconsin. Look at this stretch of games they've played. At Michigan, home against Iowa, home against Ohio State, at Oregon, home against Washington, at Indiana, home against Illinois. This is probably the toughest 6-game stretch any team will play all year, regardless of conference. This is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. They've been shut out in back-to-back weeks, and now they're on the road at Oregon. That's just absolutely brutal for Wisconsin. Luke Fickell's in a bad way. Luke Fickell's in a bad way. Where's that game at? Here we go, right here. Stanford, fresh off a huge win over Florida State last week, gets to travel and take on the Miami Hurricanes. Miami coming off their first loss of the season against Louisville last Friday night, that was, I guess. Miami's almost a 30-point favorite, though. Primetime games, Texas A&M on the road at LSU. Texas A&M a 2.5-point road favorite. Boston College at Louisville. Louisville a huge favorite there. Boston College is terrible. Michigan at Michigan State, 7:30 tonight on NBC, another rivalry game. Tennessee at Kentucky, another rivalry game. Tennessee favored by 8.5. I like Tennessee in that one. Houston 6-1 now. Houston 6-1. Arizona State is what, 5-2? Arizona State a 6.5-point favorite. Is Houston for real? I don't think so. I don't think they are. I think they're a fugazi. It's a fugazi. Colorado at Utah is your late night game tonight, 10:15 on ESPN. The Fighting Primes travel to take on Utah. Utah coming off that loss to BYU. Utah quarterback is expected to play, Dampier. There was some doubt about that during the week. Latest reports are that he will most likely play at home tonight against Colorado. Utah favored by almost 2 touchdowns. There you go. That is the rundown of games. That's the rundown of games. What's the best bet of the day? You know, people ask for the lock of the. I don't think there's any such thing as a lock. I've been gambling since I was 8 years old. This is all a crapshoot, flip of a coin. But what's y'all's favorite bet of the day on one of those games? Georgia Tech to cover and Bama to cover. UCLA plus the points. I don't like that. Sooners to cover. Texas Tech to cover. Bama and the points, says Jackpot. No faith in your Gamecocks, Jackpot? Dang, man, I hate to hear that, bud. You got Hardy getting a rushing touchdown. So do I. I put a sleeper pick in this morning. I swung for the fences on this one, which means I'm probably not going to win. But I swung for the fences on this one. Let me show you what I did here. The camera is crooked. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. Look at this dumb shit here. I got 6 plays on here. I normally only do 3. 3 picks per play. I did 6 today. $20 to win 264. I mean, this is bothering me. Can I, let me see if I can fix this. That's a little, still crooked, but that's a little bit better. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. That's my OCD acting up there. The free pick today from the good people over at Sleeper is Jordan Love over half a passing yard. He's the quarterback for the Packers. If you've downloaded the Sleeper app, you know this already, but they pretty much give you a free winner every week. They'll usually pick an NFL quarterback and set his passing number at half a yard. So they're basically just giving you one free winner. So you're crazy not to put it in, not to add it to your play. So that's sort of the free pick there. I've got Ahmad Hardy to score a touchdown. Ty Simpson, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Justice Haynes, you know, I have some sort of weird obsession with Justice Haynes. I've got him to score a touchdown today. I've got the quarterback of Virginia to not throw any interceptions today against North Carolina. I've got Ryan Wingo, the wide receiver at Texas, over 44.5 receiving yards. I mean, those are some pretty good picks. Those are some pretty good picks. All I need is for those 6 picks to hit, and I will turn $20 into $264. I mean, it's that easy, right? I'm going to put in another play, too, where I just do my normal 3 picks or whatever. The less picks you put into a play, the easier it is to win, obviously. But the more picks you put into a play, the more your win is multiplied, right? So sometimes it's fun to do one of these crazy ones and swing for the fences. So there you go, $20 to win $264. If you want to check out the Sleeper app, there's a link in the description down below. You can download it. Use promo code LOU, L-O-U, and there are 2 different promotions they got going over there. The first one, you don't even have to make a deposit. You don't have to enter no banking info, nothing. You don't have to deposit any money at all. Just download the app, use promo code LOU, L-O-U, create a new account, and they're going to give you a free $20 play. You could make this same play if you wanted. They're going to give you a free $20 play. You don't have to deposit anything at all. Just download the app, use promo code LOU, and create a new account. It's that easy. The second promotion is the one they've had going on all year, where if you do want to make a deposit, they will match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So you put $100 in, they're going to match it. Now you have $200 in your account. You put $50 in, they're going to match it. Now you've got $100 in your account. So download the Sleeper app. It is a lot of fun to use. It makes watching the games a lot more exciting. It's legal in Georgia, where I live, South Carolina. It's legal in over 30 states. So chances are it's legal in whatever state you live in. Download the Sleeper app. You'll be glad you did. And maybe, just maybe, you can win yourself some money watching these college football games. That is the goal. That is the goal. Yeah. Lou, the transparent protein is pretty good, says Elijah Allen. Yeah, I got, well, they sent me like 6 different flavors. I've only tried the milk chocolate one, but it tastes like a milkshake. It tastes like a milkshake. It is good. Yeah, it is good. I think I'm doing another thing for them in November. I think next week, actually. Is it next week? It's either next week or the week after. I'm doing another thing for them. Yeah. Taking the day off before the start of our 3rd run at the Natty. We got just a chance as any. Oklahoma is home, and the weather in Oklahoma today seems a bit wild. That's my thought on that. The oatmeal chocolate chip is good. I have the oatmeal chocolate chip. I haven't tried it. Could an SEC team with 2 losses make the SEC championship? Last year, a team with 2 SEC losses won the SEC championship. So could they? Yeah. Are you amazed that people still think they can outpick you? No. They don't have to outpick me. If you're talking about the wheel, they don't have to outpick me. All they got to do is pick one game right, any game they want. Any game you want. Yeah, if you want to get on the rigged wheel, we're going to spin the wheel at the end of the show. Where is it? There it is. Any PayPal, any Cash App, gets your name added to the rigged wheel. We'll spin it at the end of the show. We're doing 3 winners today on the wheel, too, so you'll have 3 chances to win. Lou, are you doing a YouTube stream today? You know, I don't know. It's 3:30 on Patreon. The primetime games are Tennessee, Kentucky, Texas A&M, LSU. You know, maybe I'll do noon. I guess I'll do noon. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. UCLA at Indiana. South Florida at Memphis. Virginia at North Carolina. Syracuse at Georgia Tech. Auburn at Arkansas. All those games come on at noon. I guess I'll do the YouTube thing at noon. 3:30 is going to be on Patreon. So Missouri and Vandy, Alabama, South Carolina, Illinois, Washington, Minnesota, Iowa, NC State and Pitt, Texas and Mississippi State. All those games will be on Patreon at 3:30, but I guess I could do noon on YouTube. Noon or prime time. Prime time is Wisconsin at Oregon. That's unwatchable. Stanford at Miami. That's unwatchable. Texas A&M at LSU could get interesting. Michigan at Michigan State. That's interesting. Tennessee at Kentucky. Houston at Arizona State. I mean, there are some good games on at both noon and prime time. I wasn't going to do a YouTube stream today. I guess I might. Well, I don't know. Make sure your notifications. Y'all know how to turn on your notifications, don't you? I guess I'll do the noon games. We'll see. We will see. What are y'all eating today? Maybe y'all can inspire me. Like I said, I don't have any. I got to turn this fan on. It's warming up in here now. Maybe y'all can inspire me. I don't have any great food plans today. It's kind of oysters. Well, that does sound good. I mean, I never say no to oysters. I almost ordered oysters last night. We went to Bonefish, but they only do the char-grilled oysters there. And I'll eat char-grilled oysters. It's not that I don't like them, but I really just prefer to eat them raw right out of the thing with a cracker and hot sauce. I don't like steamed. I don't like grilled. I say I don't like them. I don't prefer them. I prefer just raw oysters. And we went to Bonefish last night, and they have char-grilled oysters there, and I almost ordered them, but I didn't. Burgers and chips. Keep it simple. Turkey and pastrami sandwich, and either make some queso dip or buy some. Sloppy Joe. I love Sloppy Joes. I absolutely love Sloppy Joes. Frito pie. I don't know what the hell that is. I never heard of that. Ribeye steak and shrimp cocktail. I had a steak last night. I've got half of it left. I brought it home from Bonefish. It wasn't that good, to be honest with you. It was what was it? A sirloin. See, I like ribeye, and Bonefish doesn't have a ribeye. They have a fillet and a sirloin. I went with the sirloin, and it wasn't great. I don't think I like a Reuben. Cajun sauce, hot wings. I love hot wings, but I don't know about the Cajun. Pot roast. When did we just did a pot roast? What day was that we did the pot roast, lady? It might have been Monday of this week. We did a pot roast one day this week. I love a pot roast, though. What's your tailgate meal today? Are you behind on the stream or something, Dion? We're literally talking about that right now. Tommy fries. Did Tommy fries last Saturday. 2 large orders of Tommy fries last Saturday. I can't eat. Look, I love Tommy fries. I wish I could eat them every weekend. you wouldn't live to the age of 50 if you ate Tommy fries every weekend. I mean, you whatever it is that cholesterol does to you, you would die from that, from high cholesterol, heart attack or whatever it is. You can't eat those all the time. You're eating a bunch of popcorn today? I do like lemon pepper wings, yeah. Smoked chicken wing dip? I'm not sure I know what that is. What's up, Cody? Red Devil? That's off-season meal. I don't have to eat Red Devil during the season. In the off-season, yeah, that's gourmet in the off-season. But during the season, no Red Devil. Denver Dunbar, what's up, buddy? Red Devil is a plate. You take a plate, you cover it in saltine crackers, okay? You get a can of tomato soup. You heat the tomato soup up on the stove, and you add like 2 or 3 slices of American cheese to the tomato soup until the cheese melts into the soup. And then you literally just take that soup cheese concoction and pour it over the saltine crackers on your plate and eat it. That's Red Devil. That's Red Devil. Yeah. And it's as good as it sounds like it is. It's actually not bad as far as how it tastes. It's just, for a meal, that's not really. But when I was growing up, we ate that 2 or 3 times a month for dinner. That would be our dinner 2 or 3 times a month. I've never heard of chicken wing dip. And from the name of it, I can't even imagine what it is. Is it some kind of dip that you dip chicken wings in, or is it a dip made from chicken wings? Whatever it is, it's not self-explanatory. No, you don't need a bowl because you're using the tomato soup cheese mixture as more of a condiment. It's not you don't eat it like a soup. You drizzle it over the crackers. You're just eating the crackers. It's not a soup. Yeah, buffalo chicken dip, I know what that is. I don't know what smoked chicken wing dip is, though. Liverwurst and saltines for lunch when we went fishing. I like liverwurst on a sandwich. I like a liverwurst sandwich with some mustard and pickles. No, the crackers don't get soggy in Red Devil because they're not swimming in soup. It's not a bowl of soup and then you put crackers in it. It's a plate with crackers on it and you just drizzle the soup over the crackers. I mean, you put crackers in your chili, don't you? Or do you not do it because you're worried the crackers will get soggy? Homemade tacos. We don't usually do tacos. That is a great game day food. We don't usually do tacos on game day because we eat tacos every Tuesday. We do Taco Tuesday every Tuesday here. So for as far as game day food, if we're going to do Mexican, we make nachos. We make our own chicken nachos. Thoughts on Panera Bread? You talking about the restaurant? I don't go there. I mean, I think I have been there before, but it's not somewhere I go. I don't eat corned beef. My dad loves it, but I don't eat it. You put Fritos in your chili? Well, aren't you worried they'll get soggy, bud? Baked pheasant. I'm not eating whatever that is. I'm going low carb. I ate taco meat and cheese. Isn't cheese high carb? No, had Tommy Fries last Saturday. It's cold outside. Good day for potato soup and a bread bowl. We thought about doing chili today for that same reason. The lady said it was supposed to be cold today. Let me look. Is she right? Is it cold today? Let's find out. 54 right now. Going up to 74. A little too warm still for me for the chili. Need the high to be at the most in the 60s to do the chili. So going to have to wait another couple of weeks, it looks like, on the chili. No, you're Wayfair, Lou. You're Wayfair, Lou. I'll watch any sport in the Olympics. I watch shit I would never watch any other time. But if it's the Olympics, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, we did a pot roast this week. I forget what day. It was Monday, maybe? It might have been Monday. Mid-50s, and I wish it was mid-50s here. I wish it was mid-50s here. Hot. I prefer the hot over the cold. But by this time of year, every year, I'm tired of the hot weather. But see, it doesn't really get cold here. You know, cold here is 40 degrees. But, like, I would never live in Minnesota, for example. I wouldn't live somewhere where it was freezing cold 4 or 5 months at a time. I would never do that. But I do prefer the warm weather. But by this time of year, it's been 90 degrees for every day for 5 months straight. So by this time of year, I'm ready for it to cool off. But by cool off here is like, 45 in the morning, 55 in the afternoon. Yeah, that's more accurate. Wayfair, Lou. It gets down to the 20s sometimes here, but it's not the normal temperature. Yeah, chili and cornbread, you can't go wrong. Inflatable hot tub weather. Yeah. Raising Cane's is dog shit, my man. Who the fuck is outside cutting their grass at 9:30 on a Saturday morning when I'm trying to do Lutu, bitch? I'm a degenerate who needs attention. The only way to get attention around here as a troll is to be creative about it, not low level or elementary. That's your problem. Had to scrape windows on my truck this morning. Yeah, I rarely have to do that here. What's up, Airplane Spotter? I hope you see some today, bud. They were cutting grass at 8:30 the other day here. Somebody called me this morning at 8:45 from a 1-800 number. I normally don't answer. You know how you get all these telemarketing calls or here's your car warranty or whatever it is? I normally don't even answer that shit. But I was literally sitting here getting ready to start the stream and the phone rang, some 1-800 number. I answered it. Hello? Yes. Is this? I said, are you really calling me at 8:45 in the morning on a Saturday? She said, yeah, but it's not my choice. I said, it's 100% your choice. What, did somebody come over here and dial the number for you? Of course it's your choice. Click, and I hung up. It was Octavian. No, it wasn't Octavian. Some lady. Best game today, Oklahoma and Ole Miss, Vandy and Mizzou. I think the Washington-Illinois game will be good. BYU at Iowa State, I think, will be a good one. Yeah, I'll go with those. I'll go with those. Don't forget to get your team asshole hat. 2 more weeks and they're going away. 2 more weeks and they're going away. I just posted the link. Limited time only. Team asshole hat. It's got the LouTube logo. It's got the LouTube logo on the back. You can take it in somewhere wherever you live and get your name stitched on it or whatever if you want. But, yeah, limited time only. Team asshole hat. You've been asking for them for 10 years. I finally made one. There you go. There you go. And it's already the most popular item ever that I've ever sold. Even more popular than the Michigan Cheated T-shirts from a couple of years ago. But I'm only leaving it up for 2 more weeks. So if you want one, make sure you click that link and order it. Lou has an Etsy. No, that's not an Etsy. It's just a T-shirt merchandise shop. $35 for a hat is normal literally everywhere. Yeah, if you don't have $35, then don't buy it. I hope Haynes is back from injury today. He better be. I took Justice Haynes to score a touchdown today. I'd rather have a barbecue sandwich than a sloppy Joe, but I do like sloppy Joe. But given a choice, I would take a barbecue sandwich. Someone sent me these 2 team asshole hats that these are the same 2. I've got 2 team asshole hats. One of them says Uncle Lou on the back. One of them says LouTube on the back. They're the same 2 I've always had. Somebody sent them to me 10 years ago, long time ago. Which is why I never sold them before, because they weren't really my idea to sell. But talked to him, and he doesn't care. So I said, well, I'll just put them up for a couple of weeks. Luke, can you tell me more about Andy Staples? The reporter guy? I don't know anything about Andy Staples. Lane Kiffin to Florida sounds more likely every day. Well, he's been offered the job. He just has to decide if he wants it. $13.5 million a year for 8 years. The highest paid coach in football. Notre Dame is a playoff lock. I don't think they're a lock. I think it's more likely than not that they'll get in if they go 10-2, but I don't think it's a lock. It depends how many 10-2 teams there are, and it depends a lot on what happens in the ACC. If Miami goes 11-1 and doesn't make the ACC championship game, Notre Dame could be fucked. Notre Dame's second best win of the year is going to be Navy. So they're not going to, when it comes to a resume comparison between Notre Dame and other 10-2 teams, Notre Dame's not going to come close. So Notre Dame has to hope that there's not a lot of other 10-2 teams. Will there be more degenerate hats? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. They're sold out. On the company that I use for my merchandise, it's not that the huge degenerate hats necessarily are sold out. This style of hat, the rope hat, is sold out. Because see, the LouTube hat is sold out too. It's just that style of hat is sold out on this particular website. So I mean, I'm sure they'll get more in, but right now they're sold out. The ACC teams don't have great resumes either. Doesn't matter. If Miami's 11-1 with a win over Notre Dame, they're getting in over Notre Dame. And if Miami doesn't make the ACC championship game, then 3 ACC teams are getting in. The winner of the ACC championship game, the loser of the ACC championship game, and Miami at 11-1 because they beat Notre Dame. You can't leave 11-1 Miami out and put Notre Dame in at 10-2 when Miami beat Notre Dame. And a 10-2 Notre Dame won't get in over any 10-2 SEC team. And we just don't know how many there will be. Notre Dame's second best win of the year is going to be Navy. That's not impressive. Auburn target? I have no idea. Rhett Lashley, maybe. Alex Golish, maybe. James Franklin, maybe. I really don't know. Notre Dame's going to beat Navy by 40 like they did last year. And it won't be Billy Napier, no. Billy Napier's not getting a Power 4 head coaching job. I hope we fire Norvell and get Franklin. You're not getting James Franklin if you wait until the end of the season to fire Norvell. Somebody else is going to already have Franklin, I think, because he's the best available head coach right now in terms of coaches who don't have jobs. Somebody's going to get him quick. And it looks like Florida State's not firing Norvell till after the season. Franklin may already have another job by then. Butch Jones to Auburn? God, that would be hilarious. Wouldn't that be funny? That would be absolutely hilarious. Butch Jones to Auburn. Every coach has that. I don't know why Penn State fans are so hung up on this James Franklin clause in his contract that he has to look for another job. Every single contract buyout has that clause in it. Every single one. Yes, a 10-2 Miami would get in over a 10-2 Notre Dame. Yes. If that, in that scenario, Miami would have a head-to-head win over Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's best win would be Navy. You're hyping up Pitt because you're a Notre Dame fan, okay? Pitt's not very good. Just like Navy's not very good. You want people to think Pitt is good, so when you beat Pitt, you can brag about it. Pitt's not very good. Notre Dame should join the conference. Yes. They should. But they're scared to, so they won't. Lou has a gambling problem. Andrew has a Lou problem. You're more addicted to me than I am to gambling. Everyone beats Florida State. Yes, we're a tune-up game at this point. Aren't they off this week, Florida State? I think they're off this week. I want Notre Dame in the Big Ten. Are you ready for the UJ Florida? I will be next week when they play. Notre Dame to the MAC. Does Wisconsin score today? I never predict a shutout, so if I had to put $1 on whether or not Wisconsin will score, I would always bet yes that they. Then I would do that for any team. Any chance UCLA can keep it close with Indiana? I don't think so. I mean, it would be funny, but I don't think so, no. I like Indiana minus the points in the first half as the bet on that game. Georgia will not lose today. Facts. Won't even be losing at halftime today, which is a miracle. But, they won't even be losing at halftime today. I'm glad Clemson's not playing today. Going to be a good day of high-level trolling. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. When your team's off today, you can troll. You can turn your trolling up to 11 because you don't have to worry about it coming back to bite you, at least not today. At least not today. Who's texting me when I'm trying to do LouTube? Dula. Yeah, all the way up to 11. All right, let's pull up our old buddy, the rigged wheel. Here we go. All right, these are last week's names. Unfortunately, we got to delete those because we got to add some more. All right, it's time for the rigged wheel. Here we go. If you want to get your name on the wheel, oops, wait a minute, that's not right. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Now's your last chance if you want to get your name on the wheel this morning. We're picking 3 winners this morning, so we'll spin the wheel. We'll pick 3 different names off the wheel. If the wheel lands on your name, you can pick any game you want today against the spread. And if you get it right, I'll send you back twice whatever you sent me to show my appreciation for helping to support the show and the channel. All right, I'm going to start with Cash App. Again, if you want to get on the wheel, now is your last chance. I'm going to check Cash App and then PayPal. I'll then check them each one more time, and we will spin the wheel. Here we go. Who's on the wheel today? Who is on the wheel today? William S. is on the wheel today. Ryan S. is on the wheel today. Christopher J. is on the wheel today. Trey B. is on the wheel today. Caleb S. is on the wheel. Holy shit. Y'all know what time Jackpot sent his wheel Cash App in? 3:30 this morning. You know what he does? This man gets up super early on Saturday so he can knock all his work out for the day and then get done and watch that college football. That's dedication, Jackpot. That is dedication. This man woke up at 3:30 a.m. and immediately put his name on the wheel. Jackpot needs to win today. I'm actively rooting for Jackpot to win on the wheel today. We'll see if that makes any difference or not. We're picking 3 names, so. What is today? The 25th? Yeah, the 25th. All right, over to PayPal now. We got Hogman on the wheel. We got Jay Shippus on the wheel. We've got Swaggy Man. What's up, Swaggy Man? Ryan C. All right, there we go. There we go. Rigged. Oh, it's definitely rigged. Yeah, it's definitely definitely rigged. Definitely rigged. If Auburn loses to Arkansas today, Hugh Freeze is gone. That's the word on the street, but that was the word on the street last week too. But I mean, I don't think there's any chance that Hugh Freeze is the head coach at Auburn next season. As far as when they fire him, could be tomorrow, could be Monday, could be a week from tomorrow. But I do not think he will be the head coach at Auburn next season. Yes, Coach Prime, you can pick a number. Pick a number. Dion says 5. All right. So what we're going to do is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th name, because we're doing 3 winners today. So we'll do the 3rd, 4th, and 5th name. Let me check one more time and make sure there's nobody was tardy, sent it in late, and they say, you didn't add my name to the wheel. Yep, there's one right there. There's one right there, I believe. Yep, Kyle O. I got you, Kyle. Just in time, bud. Just in time, bud. Kyle O. All right, good luck to everybody. 3 winners today. We're going to do the 3rd name, the 4th name, and the 5th name. You will get to make a pick today against a spread on any game you want. And if you are correct, I will send you back twice whatever you sent me to show my appreciation for helping to support the show this morning. Here we go with spin number 1. Good luck, everybody. Especially Jackpot, though. Trey B. Spin number 2. Swaggy Man. All right, here we go. The next 3 names are the winners today. All right, let's write this one down. I gotta write this shit down. All right, here we go. Let's see. That pen doesn't work. I need a pen that actually works. Here we go. Don't worry. I've got multiple pens. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Rigged wheel week 9. Ryan C. He wants Michigan. I'll check all the lines in a minute. But Ryan C's got Michigan. All right, we're going to remove his name. All right, spin number 4, the second winner today. Good luck. Jay Shippus. Jay Shippus. Jay Shippus wants Mississippi State plus the points. Jay Shippus. Mississippi State. All right, let's remove Jay's name. Congratulations, Jay. And the third and final winner today is, come on, Juke Poot. Nope. Trey B. Trey B. Also likes Mississippi State. Trey B. All right, so we got to check these lines now. Let's see. Texas on the road at Mississippi State. Mississippi State plus 7.5. It's a good number. That's a good number. That's Jay and Trey. Both have Mississippi State. Ryan C. says Michigan. Michigan minus 13.5. All right, so Ryan C. has Michigan minus 13.5. Jay Shippus has Mississippi State plus 7.5. And Trey B. has Mississippi State plus 7.5. Good luck to all three. Shout out to everybody who helped support the show this morning. I appreciate it. I hope all three of you win. I hope all three of you win. And we'll give away some more money over on the Patreon stream at 3:30. Remember, today is the third giveaway for the $1,000. We're doing $250 every Saturday for 4 Saturdays in a row. We've done the first 2. Today at 3:30, we will give away another $250 over on the Patreon stream. So make sure you tune in at 3:30. We will give the money away at halftime. You don't have to be present to win, but you do have to tune in to the Patreon stream at least to leave the comment. You guys know how it works over there. Yeah, you guys know how it works. So 3:30, we'll do the another $250 giveaway over there. All right, everybody good? Everybody set for the day? Is everybody good? Everybody okay? Good. Good. Great day of college football today. Week 9 set to get underway here at noon. Well, I guess technically it got underway Tuesday night, but the game started at noon today. Going to be some great games. I'll be on Patreon at 3:30. I'll see about doing a YouTube stream for the noon games, and just make sure you have your notifications turned on, or just check the channel around noon. I may go live on YouTube for the noon games. We'll see. There is no such thing as a lock, but there's no such thing as a lock. I did go over all the games earlier and give some what I thought about them. If you want to rewind back and watch that part of the video, but there's no such thing as a lock. Betting on a football game is no different than flipping a coin. Yeah. No different than flipping a coin. I'm going to get out of here, though. I do appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. Week 9 of the College Football Kickoff Show in the books. Be back next Saturday at 9 a.m. to do it again. 3:30 today on Patreon. We'll see about going live on YouTube at noon. What else? Oh, I hope everybody's team wins today. Literally everybody's. Normally I have to say everybody except, and then whatever team is playing Georgia. But Georgia's off today. No stress for Uncle Lou. I get to troll at 1,000,000 miles per hour today without any fear of repercussion, because there's no chance Georgia's going to lose later and make me look stupid. So the trolling will be turned up to 1,000,000 today. I'll be uploading halftime reaction videos and things like that throughout the day. So make sure you check those out. But anyway, shout out to y'all for tuning in this morning. I hope everybody enjoys their Saturday, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good morning.